Well, good Sunday afternoon to you. Welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy, and I'm Fuzzy. How y'all? So I made it through work last night after getting called in after being sick yesterday, and I came home and got into bed and I slept a while, which is a good thing after work all night. So what do you do when you wake up and you're dragging from being sick and you're still not feeling really top of the green? You shave, right? It works. Make a big old pot of coffee. This is a little bit different today. This is Louisiana coffee and chicory, and it's not quite as dark as the some of the other stuff I drink, but it's still a really good coffee, and I'm not going to complain at all. It is very very good this afternoon. I made me a big old pot and got me a big old mug out, and there we go. So actually, I don't even have a full day's growth yet. I'm about 3 hours off of having a full day. But anyway, that's not a problem. 3.5 hours, something like that. It'll still shave. So, something I hadn't used in a while is, it's an Austrian soap, if I remember correctly. And I'm going to butcher the name, so nobody make too much fun of me. Haslinger? That's what I remember. But anyway, this is the sandalwood version of it. And the mug, for those that haven't seen it before or might not remember I mentioned it, this mug is it's made in Germany, and it was a great uncle of mine, my great uncle Quentin from up in North Mississippi. This was his shave mug. I got it a while back from one of my mom's cousins, his daughter, and that would make him one of my cousins too. But anyway, you know how the Southerners are with cousins, so we'll leave that alone. Anyway, so Haslinger with the sandalwood, and we're going to use an old Burma shave boar. Nothing spectacular there, just a Burma shave boar brush. And we're going to finish up with Stetson because I feel like it's a Stetson day. No other reason needed. So if you remember, I had this beautiful little razor I used some. The Zinn, the early 1900s Zinn. This should have been sent home a couple of weeks ago. And between the holidays and me being sick, it didn't happen. Sorry, Joe. And I appreciate you not sending out the National Guard to come get your beautiful little razor. So we're going to do one more shave with it because it's packed up and it has got to be out of here tomorrow. I'll just have to get up in the morning and go to the post office and get it out before I work tomorrow night. And it's just going to have to be done because it's got to get home. So we're going to use a wedge blade in it. This is actually a gem wedge. And it's got it in the little stropping attachment there on the handle of I think it just came off my Superior. And the only strop I have is a reproduction of the auto strop, but it works quite well for this. And we're just going to give it a few more slides here. This blade has been really good, and I expect it will continue to be as long as I don't abuse it. I don't know how many shaves you get out of a wedge before it has to go back and be honed again. I have no idea how many shaves I have on this one. But the last shave I had on it was still nice and smooth. So there we're going to do a little stropping, and then the blade comes out of the holder here, like that. Nothing to it. And then we have our beautiful early model, early 1900s Zinn, gem, whatever. Slide the blade up to the stops, make sure everything's nice and lined up. Pop the tab up in the back, and then we, as always, go through and check to make sure that everything is nice and tight, and that the blade's not sticking over the blade stops or out on the edge or anything, and that looks absolutely beautiful for a wedge blade. So that's how you strop a wedge and load it. Correction, that's how I strop a wedge and load it. Other people may have a better idea. I don't know. Probably not, though. Better idea than me? Perish the thought. All right. Normal prep of a face wipe down. Now, the first thing I did when I got up, feeling kind of blah, was took a shower. That helps out. But the shave should really finish everything up. Excuse the noise for just a second. while we do a little lathering here in our old mug. I love that sound. I know there's people that don't want to hit the side of the mug for some reason with their brush. They find it as a bad thing or something. I don't know. I don't understand it. As long as you're not banging it hard enough to chip your mug or break anything, I don't see the problem. Kind of relaxing. If you had a little music playing in the background, you get a beat going. But anyway, we won't go there. Alright. Load some of this up. Now this soap lather is very nice. It is a really nice soap. They've got a couple different scents, I understand. This was actually given to me. And I'm glad it was. I don't use it enough. I don't use any of this stuff enough because I got so much stuff to go through that I can't just use one thing or two things because everything else gets neglected and I don't know. Doesn't work for me. Alrighty. A little bit of the Austrian goodness. I've got an Austrian soap and a German cup. I used this combination when I did a shave with a little German built travel razor, a little unmentionable travel razor. Thought it was really neat. German mug, Austrian soap, German razor, German blade. If I remember, I had a German Wilkie. I could be wrong about that, but that's kind of what I remember. All right. No problems getting a lather out of that soap. Got a nice light sandalwood scent to it. Dry our hands off a little bit. And here we go with the wedge shave. I know I already said I had my final shave with this one, but I got to thinking it's still here. It's going home tomorrow. How could I let it go without a final shave? And the answer to that is, I couldn't. Alright, do a little good skin stretching, always helps. Something to remember. Short strokes, I don't like long stroke shaving much. Some under here. Just something about a wedge shave that's really nice. I've said it before. I'll say it again when I use a wedge again. It's just, I don't know if it's a nostalgia thing or what it is, but just shaving with these old things, with the old blades, not knowing, there's no telling how many shaves this blade has on it, who it was shaving with it, what was going on while they were shaving in the world and in their life, and there's no telling. He's still going strong. Add a little bit of water. Looky there. Yep, once again, knocking stuff over all over the place. Guess I probably need to clean the countertop off, and that might not happen, huh? Oh well, when I get busy and working a lot and stuff, the old apartment doesn't get as much cleaning as it normally would. So things tend to stack up on flat surfaces. Alright. Got us a nice little across the grain going there. This thing shaves so smooth. Another shout out to T. White for honing this blade up for me. Did a fantastic job. All I've had to do is strop it a few times and it holds its edge. It does just a fantastic job. Pair a good wedge blade up with a vintage razor, and like I said, it's just awesome. Heck, it's awesomelicious. Yes, indeed. All right. There's our 2 lather passes. Our nice warm water in the sink here. I could cold water shave if I had to, but I don't choose to. I know a lot of people like cold water shaves. A lot of people like a lot of things. I will get back to you in just a minute. Alrighty, so there's what we got after the initial shaves. And we got our witch hazel here. We'll splash on some witch hazel. Get us a little witch hazel on, and we're going to go back and do our normal touch-up. Which, yes, generally becomes a whole pass, I know. Under the old neck here, where we always do, and up under that old ear. Down in front of this ear. And we'll clean up around the goatee a little bit. Beautiful. So there we go. Another shave with a Wedge razor. Early 1900s Zinn Jim. And does a fine job. Actually has the a genuine Jim wedge blade in it. It did a very fine job. We'll get all this stuff cleaned up. So I hope y'all have a good day. I'm going to go out and get going on some errand running and stuff that I've been putting off doing because I've been feeling bad, but we're going to go out and get it done. Y'all have a good day where you are. Hope everything's going good. Happy shaves to you. We'll see you.